little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, where I